Hello, guys, and welcome to Football Fandom UK. How's it going? Just going to share some stats for you guys for this game. So just bear with me a second, guys. We should have the stats coming up now. There you go. There you go, guys. So as you can see, we're here for a live match watch along for Blackburn taking on Wigan, the Lancashire derby. It should be a good game, guys. Hopefully. As you can see, I've got some head-to-head stats there for you guys. Actually, quite difficult to research accurate stats for EFL clubs. I will tell you this now: they are the best stats I could find. I'm not saying they're 1,000% accurate. There may be slight variations, and what I mean by that is some of the stats websites that I checked out to obviously do the stats for this game were slightly varying with a couple of games either way. In other words, like they had the amount of games that these clubs had competed in was slightly varying, but the stats were all coming out very similar. These are the most accurate ones we can get, and as you can see, guys, as you can see. Sorry, just bear with me a second. As you can see, there was the teams have played each other quite a number of times. 7 draws, 13 wins for Blackburn, and 10 wins for Wigan. Now, like I say, depending on what stats websites you look on, you can find slight variations. There was one website that was saying that it was 10 wins to Wigan, which you can see is correct there. But there was, like I said, there was another website that was showing slight variation where it actually had 15 wins for Blackburn, indicating that there have been 2 other games. So, like I said, guys, difficult to actually get the bob-on accurate stats, but that's as near as damn it that we could get. And according to the stats website that I used, that claimed to be accurate and official stats, but I think, like I said, but slight variations, claimed that Blackburn scored 51 goals and Wigan had scored 43 goals in this actual fixture when they played each other in the past, and also that both clubs averaging the goal average in this fixture was 1.7 for Blackburn and 1.4 for Wigan. So make of that what you will, guys. Make of that what you will. Both clubs with strikers on equal amounts of goals. So the stats quite similar. I think, as you can see, Blackburn edging the stats very slightly, but only very slightly. So, guys, just to get you guys up to date what's going on in the game. The game has started. We've got an early corner for Wigan on the far side of the pitch. So let's just wait and see what happens with this, guys. Corner comes in, and it's towards the near post, headed clear, but back towards the Wigan player who took the corner, and he passes it to his teammate, who then crosses it in to the box again, but it's ricochets back out on this near side, and Wigan pick up possession again, looking to try and create another cross, and they do, but that cross is also cleared. So there you go, guys. I'll leave that up for a second so you guys can have a look at it and analyse that, see what you think of it. Yeah, we got Blackburn now on the attack down this near side, and they've got him behind, and a shot comes in. The goalkeeper manages to save it, ricochets off the keeper, and now Wigan clear the ball up the field slightly, and now they're on the attack. But some tasty challenges going in already in this fixture, guys. And now Wigan on the attack, straight down the middle of the park, ball out to this near side on the edge of the Blackburn box, and they come back inside to midfield. And now a 1-2 between 2 Wigan players, crossed into the box, but it's deep, and it's gone way past everybody and out for a throw-in on the far side. So let's go to the chat, see what you guys are saying. A nice lively start to the game, though, guys. We're just coming up to 4 minutes in. Still 0-0. Um, Stevie, how's it going, mate? Stevie in the obviously doing the magic in the background for us to keep the chat clean. Great to have you with us, Stevie. How's things with you, mate? Stevie saying hi. Evening, Gaz. How's it going, mate? Always great to have your excellent skills to assist in the live streams, mate. So good to see you tonight. Mini Mo, evening, Gaz. Evening, Stevie. How's it going, mate? How's great to have you with us. You got score prediction for this one? Let us know if you have, mate. Like I say, it's started quite lively, but you would expect that. To be fair, it is a Lancashire derby, so it wouldn't be a great Lancashire derby if it didn't start off a bit fiery, would it? But that's great. That's what we want. We want an interesting game to watch. Wigan have just reclaimed possession in the middle of the park, and now they try to build some momentum, but being pressed quite intensely by Blackburn. So yeah, welcome to the show, Mini Mo. Great to have you with us, mate. Like I said, mate, let us know if you've got a score prediction. I'd love to know what thoughts you have on this one, because obviously, obviously, I'm interested to see what other fans think of fixtures like this. If it's not a fixture that obviously you guys have got your fixtures, you know what I mean. If you're in the Premier League fan, you've got Premier League fixtures that you know well. If you're a Scottish fan, you've got Scottish fixtures you know well. If you're an EPL fan, you've got EPL fixtures you know well. But obviously that's where it's interesting to see what you guys say about other games that are outside of the league your club playing to get it just gives an interesting perspective from other people outside of that league, other fans outside of that league, and what they're thinking, which makes it, like I say, a bit more interesting talking point. I think the point that I'm trying to make. But yeah, great to have you with us, mate, and thank you very much for dropping in. Stevie Allen, hi, Minimo, top man, Stevie. Thanks for that, mate. Joey, how's it going, Joey? Joey saying welcome. Hello there, Gareth. How's it going, Joey? Great to have you with us, mate. How's things with you today? Let us know if you've got thoughts on this game, what you think, score prediction, if you've got one, mate. But yeah, great to have you with us, Joey. Joey also saying hello to Mini Mo. Nice one, mate. Top man. Love that stuff. Love that stuff. Awesome. And Mini Mo is saying, I'm going for a 1-1, but hoping for a Wigan win. Cool. That's fair enough, mate. Yeah, it's going to be a tough ask, to be fair, for Wigan, because they're struggling a little bit at the minute in the league. But when it comes to derbies, as I'm sure you guys are aware, form goes out the window, really, doesn't it? You can be playing at the worst season you've ever had, and it comes to a derby, and all that goes out the window, and you can win. You could potentially win quite comfortably. That's why we love the derby games, because like I say, it doesn't always end up with the form team winning, does it? But as you can see from the head-to-head stats, guys, these two clubs, quite closely matched in their history. So, like I say, not much to choose between the two teams. Blackburn having the slight edge, if you like, if we go off those stats. But like I say, not much between the two teams overall. But thanks for that, Minimo. Minimo also saying, evening, Joey. You well? Awesome. Nice one, mate. That stuff, honest. You guys are class with making the effort to welcome each other. Joey's saying, I'm going for 2-1 Blackburn. Yeah, that's a good shout, mate. That's a good shout. So we've got Minimo saying 1-1, but hoping for a Wigan win. And Joey is going for 2-1 to Blackburn. So some nice intelligent football predictions, I would say, early on. So that's awesome. Joey saying, "Yeah, all good, thanks. You? Yeah, I'm good. I'm presuming you might be talking to me, mate, or you could be responding to Mini Mo. But if you are talking to me, yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate, and thank you very much for asking. And good to hear you guys are doing well. Wigan on the ball at the minute on this near side as they move the ball out to try and open up some space for attack. ball forward, but it's intercepted by Blackburn, and they lose it quite quickly. But Wigan come again as they move the ball out to the far side of the pitch now, looking to get across, and the cross comes in. It's deep and it's way high and over all the players inside the box. What gets me, guys, I don't know if you've noticed it, but when I watch lower league games, one thing I know is about crosses is that we know a lot of these clubs in Championship and lower league clubs do rely on set pieces a lot. And it's amazing to see how many set pieces go high, wide, and just, miles past everybody that it's aiming for. Oh, and a corner comes in for Wigan. And a shot comes in, but it's blocked by Blackburn, and ricochets out to the far side. Wigan with another cross, but Blackburn pick up the pieces of that and now move up the field on that far side. It's quite scrappy over there, but it's gone out for a throw in now to Blackburn. But yeah, nice. It's quite, like I say, guys, we're on 10 minutes in, but it started quite lively. Passes in the final third. Blackburn 4, Wigan 16. Stevie's saying, hi, Joey. I'm good to say, I'm going to say 0-0. Cool. Well, Stevie, I hope we don't get a 0-0, to be fair, Stevie. But yeah, that's obviously Stevie expecting a tight game then. But yeah, we don't want a 0-0. We want a few goals to talk about, don't we, guys? Minnie Mo saying, boo, 0-0. I like that. Nice one, mate. Nice one. That's class. Stevie Allen, I know I'm being boring tonight. Laugh out loud. Yeah, it is. Well, it is a bit of a boring score prediction, 0-0. We've got a corner for Blackburn on the far side, guys. So just wait for this corner to come in. I think the referee's just having a word with a couple of players inside the box. Bit of tugging and to-ing and fro-ing, as you can imagine, in this game with it being a derby. Referee has now moved out of the box, blows the whistle, and we should... corner comes in, and it's towards the near post. It's headed clear, but Blackburn managed to pick up the pieces midway inside Wigan's half of the field. And now it's been knocked out for a throw-in on that far side. But yeah, Stevie causing debate already with his with the 0-0 prediction. Obviously, you guys not agreeing with that, not wanting a 0-0. Millie Mo saying, "Go on, Stevie, go for 5-5 thriller." Yeah, that would be a cracking game, wouldn't it? If we had a 5-5, it'd be. I think that with that kind of amount of goals, we wouldn't have time to talk about each goals if it ended up 5-5, would we? Because as soon as we start talking about one, we'd expect another one going in. But you never know. You never know. We've seen crazier things happen in football, so it's not like it's impossible. But yeah, that would be awesome, Minimo. We've got that kind of scoreline. Joey saying, "Come on, Stevie, you can do better than that." Stevie, you've caused a bit of controversy now with your 0-0, mate. Billy, how's it going, mate? Great to have you with us. Billy saying, evening, I'm going Blackburn 2-0. That's a good shout, mate. That's a good shout. That shouldn't cause too much controversy. Stevie's wanting to create some debate early on straight away with the 0-0 prediction. But yeah, mate, that's a good shout. Obviously, if we look at the stats, we can see that Blackburn do have, on average, the edge over Wigan, but both clubs closely match when they come up against each other, as we can see there. But yeah, that's a good shout, mate. Thanks. Great to see you as well, Billy. Minimo saying, evening, Billy. Top man, awesome. Oh, you guys are class. Billy giving the same consideration. That is class. Stevie is saying, ooh, the pressure, laugh out loud. Okay, we'll go for 3-2 Blackburn. Yeah, stick to your guns, mate. Stick to your guns. If you think it's going to be a 0-0, stick with it. But yeah, interesting to see. Interesting to see everybody's reaction to your 0-0, though. Wigan in possession at the moment, just inside their own half of the pitch, close to the halfway line now. They push the ball forward out to that far side, cross deep towards the box. And a shot comes in from the edge of the box, and the goalkeeper's equal to it. I managed to save that quite comfortable. But like I say, we've had a few attempts on goal early on, guys. So it's let's hope it continues. Stevie, hi Billy, awesome, guys, awesome. Billy also saying hello to Stevie. That's top stuff, guys. Honest class, absolute class. Joey's saying that's better, Stevie. Yeah, don't sit on the fence. In other words, Blackburn currently in possession midway inside their own half of the pitch, just passing it about amongst the defenders quite slowly at the moment. We're just coming up to 15 minutes in, guys. So I will, you guys can't see. Billy is saying there will be disappointment if it's 0-0. Yeah, there will be, mate. Absolutely. Right, guys, just bear with me a second. I'll put the head-to-head stats back at half time if I can remember. But I'm just going to quickly bring the team news stats up just in case you guys haven't seen it. So there we go. So you guys should be able to see that. There you go. So there's the team lineups. If you haven't seen it, obviously. Oh, now Blackburn with an opportunity, but it's blocked and it's gone out behind for another corner. Yeah, sorry guys. As you can see there, Blackburn going with 4 at the back, 2 like kind of holding midfield players, 3 midfield players, attacking midfield players, 1 up front, and Wigan going with slightly more defensive formation by the looks of that. 3 at the back, 4 across the midfield, 2 up. 4, actually 5 in midfield if we look at that, but it's obviously 4 sitting further back, 2 kind of attacking midfielders to assist the striker up front. So interesting there when we look at them teams, guys. We like I say, for me that I don't know whether you guys agree, but for me that lineup for Wigan looks slightly more defensive. But even though it looks defensive, as you can see with the way it's shown on the screen, they could easily switch that quite well into an attacking formation. So yeah, it'll be interesting to see how they use that. Blackburn now pick up possession inside their own half of the field and look to move up the pitch under pressure from Wigan. Crossfield pass over to the far side, and a challenge on the Blackburn player receiving the ball, and the referee has blown the whistle. So obviously we've got a stoppage there for a foul. So we'll wait to wait for the referee to deal with that. But yeah, absolutely, totally agree, Billy. It will be disappointing if we get a 0-0. We don't want a 0-0. I think maybe Stevie just unsure about this fixture, and that's why he's gone for the 0-0, mate. But yeah, that's we like you say, we would love some goals to make it a more entertaining game. Minnie Mo saying, I see Leeds have sacked their manager today. Wonder who'll get that job next. Well, thanks for that, Minnie Mo. I actually missed that. I didn't realise that. I've been busy reading. Well, I've been busy working today, but I've also, what football news I have been reading today has been reading up about Man United and this Glazer sale. I'm not sure if you guys have seen what's going on with that, but quite a lot of news coming out about that at the minute. Some media reporting that the Glazers planning to not sell the club straight away, and then other media outlets saying that they are selling and bids have gone in, or bids are in the process. And I've also been reading about what's going on with Manchester City. I don't know if you guys heard, but the AFL announced today that Manchester City, in breach of many financial fair play rules. The list is never ending. First it came up with 50, then it listed loads of individual separate ones. So Manchester City basically, by the sounds of it, about to get themselves in a big legal battle, in a massive legal battle with the EPL and possibly UEFA as well, because there's question marks about UEFA. And this all stems back to a couple of years ago. I'm not sure if you guys remember the Portuguese youngster that hacked into the football accounts and emails and stuff like that. Released it to a German media company. They started the ball rolling. There was an investigation initially with UEFA. That went to an independent commission or an independent investigation. They dismissed it. And then the EPL stepped in and said they was going to investigate it. And that was 4 years ago. It took them 4 years to investigate all this. And they've released their findings today and announced that they found that basically Man City are in breach of many rules around players, rules around managers, rules around the finance. I'll give you an example, one that I heard of. Apparently, one of the former managers that was at Manchester City was apparently paid by Manchester City his wages, but then was paid another wage by a club in Saudi Arabia or in that part of the world. So he was actually receiving two wages, but he wasn't actually working for this other club that was paying him. So it sounds like well, obviously we can only presume because there's no hard evidence, and obviously we have to respect the innocent until proven guilty rules in this country. Or we're supposed to. We do. Maybe we do. We know the media don't, but we do. But yeah, Man City basically accused of a lot of breaches of rules. You can go and look it up on Google. The list, there's too many to list, guys. Honest, that like I say, there's loads and loads of rules that the EPL are accusing Man City of being in breach of. Obviously, Man City have announced a statement. They released a statement denying it. So it looks like we're going to be bombarded over the next 2-3 years with loads of media coverage about a legal battle between Manchester City and the EPL. But I think, guys, the one thing I take from hearing about this is the more that we see these kind of things happen, the more that we see the Premier League clubs being bought by super rich owners with the kind of wealth of a country, then I think we're just going to see it more and more because, you know, we're soon going to see that Newcastle are going to start splashing crazy amounts of cash at some point. We've already seen they are spending money, but eventually they're going to start splashing crazy amounts of money. We've already seen Aston Villa splashing crazy amounts of money. So I think it's going to be something we see a lot more of in the next couple of seasons. That the EPL are going to start getting themselves drawn into all sorts of legal battles. And they've only got themselves to blame, really, in my opinion, guys, because these financial fair play rules, they don't seem to be worth the paper that they're written on. So, you know, unless they actually bring in some solid foundations of financial fair play rules where there's no room for discrepancy, then I think they're just going to see this escalate and get worse. But I'd love to know what you guys think about it. Let me know in the chat if you guys have been reading about it and what your thoughts are on it. But yeah, thanks for that, Minimo. Like I say, I completely missed that, mate, because I've been so busy working today. And like I say, reading up on all the stuff about Man City and Man United, what's going on with them, because there's a lot of headlines about them today. So I must have obviously been that absorbed by that. I've completely missed out on the news about the Leeds manager. So yeah, but that's why we love the show, guys. That's why we love the channel. Obviously, there's always a lot going on in the football world, sometimes too much going on for us to absorb everything. So we can share what we know with each other to obviously debate it. So yeah, top man, Minimo, appreciate that, mate. Joey's saying, have they not seen that yet? Have they not seen that yet? What have they not seen what, mate? I'm sorry, Joey, you've lost me there. What have we not seen? I'm sure I'll bypass that comment, mate, because I'm sure you'll either explain or I'll understand when we go further down the comments. Billy Random Clip saying there is a lot of managers I think will come in for him. I'm not sure who. Well, yeah, mate, that's a good shout, to be fair. Sorry, guys, just break off from the comments a minute. We've got a corner here for Blackburn on this near side. Corner comes in and it's deep. Oh, it's honest. Where was he passing that to? Honest, I think either way, how high and how far that went back, I think he was trying to pass that to Wigan Stadium. So that was a complete wasted corner there for Blackburn. Wasted opportunity, way too much power on that, and it's gone right out on the far side over everybody. And Wigan will restart the game now from their goalkeeper. So yeah, wasted opportunity there for Blackburn. Sorry, guys. Billy saying there's a lot of managers I think that will come in for him. I'm not sure who. Sorry, mate, I'm not following that. There's a lot of managers I think will come in for him. Not sure who. Are you meaning a lot of clubs will come in for him, or a lot of managers will want the Leeds job? I'm confused with that, mate. Sorry. I think you might have made a type error there, maybe. But it's easy done, mate. I do it all the time on social media. But yeah, there'll be a lot of managers that want the Leeds job, no question. And I think the manager that the Leeds manager will, yeah, of course he'll get another job, no question about that. I'm not sure it'll be a Premier League job, but he'll certainly get another opportunity to manage another club. I'm sure of that. So we'll have to see how that develops. But yeah, thanks for that, Billy. Wigan on the attack now, cross into the box, and it's deep, but the goalkeeper gathers it, and we'll get Blackburn back underway from the back. Minimo saying Klopp will be next, Joey. Joe, yeah, I've actually I've seen some of the comments on social media towards Klopp and Liverpool. It's quite shocking, absolutely quite shocking. No offense, I've got nothing against Liverpool. It's a club that I do like, but I'm shocked to see so many fans calling for Klopp to go. What happened to "You'll Never Walk Alone"? You can't. If you're going to sing a song like that, to me, you have to sing it with some meaning. You have to show that you mean what you say. And I know it's the club's long-standing anthem or motto, whatever you want to say it. But I always thought Liverpool was a club that prided themselves on a togetherness like not many other clubs do have. So I'm shocked to see so many Liverpool fans calling for the managers to be sacked. It's really bad. It's really disappointing. All Liverpool fans stood with him through the good times. Now it's time to stand with him through the bad times and give him time to try and turn this around. Yes, he might not turn it around, and there may be the necessary to call for managerial change at some point in the future. But right now, I think the fans should just get behind Klopp. I really do. Like I say, he's brought great success to the club, success that the fans were dreaming of, if we're honest. So I think that the fans should be at least sticking with him till the end of the season. But that's just my opinion. You guys might think differently. And if so, that's fair enough. Joey's saying, hope not, mate. I agree, mate. I think he should be given more time, and let's hope he gets it. Guys, if you're just joining us, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in the chat. We are not a club channel. We're very much a fan channel. We want you to feel part of the project. And the best way you can do that is make the effort to get involved in the chat. Let us know your football feelings, your football club, what your emotions are with football. We want to hear from you. Billy's saying, I wouldn't be surprised if Klopp does get the sack, seeing how football is going these days. If the team goes on a bad run, mostly everyone blames the manager. Yeah, you're absolutely right, mate. Couldn't have said it any better. I think, like we say, we were discussing it the other day, weren't we? It's too many. Excuse me, guys. It's the easy answer, isn't it? It's the easy answer. It disappoints me hearing fans calling for managers to be sacked so quickly, because it's like, we're football fans. Surely we should analyse what's going wrong in the team first. Why is that team, whatever club it is, why is the team not performing? Why is the manager not able to get the team on the winning ways? Is it the players not buying into the manager's philosophy? Is it the tactics? There's a list of things that we could analyse as fans before we actually start calling for managers to get sacked. And that's why I kind of reacted the other day the way I did, because when fans just come out and say, "Oh, sack the manager," it's the easy option, and you're showing a lack of class as a football fan, that you're not very knowledgeable in football, in my opinion, to be just coming out with a statement like that so quickly as soon as your team starts struggling or the manager starts having a bad run of games. As football fans, I think we should show that we are better than the media, that we've got more intelligence as football fans, and that we want to analyse uh, every option before we start calling for a manager to be sacked. Because let's be honest, guys, if the manager gets sacked, it costs your club money and it makes easy headlines for the mainstream media, and that's all it does. And it doesn't necessarily always mean that things are going to be better. Yes, you'll have an initial reaction, but what happens, 2, 3 months down the line, once the new manager's settled in, that's when you can see whether, you've answered the problems. So yeah, for me, people that call for the manager to be sacked as soon as a bad run of results could kick in, I think they just show a lack of class and intelligence as football fans for me. It's the sort of, let's leave that to the mainstream media. They're the ones with no football brains. We see that with how poor their headlines are sometimes, clickbait stuff. So yeah, let them stay to the poor analysis, and us as football fans will show our class, that we know better to analyse every angle before we start being calling for the manager to be sacked. Don't get me wrong, if the manager needs sacking, then fair enough in the right circumstances. But you can't say that every club that suddenly has a bad run of form, it's always down to the manager. You just can't say that, because I'm sorry, but like I say, it just shows a lack of football knowledge, to be fair, to just presume that every time it's always the manager, sack the manager, that answers all the problems. But if you guys think differently, let me know. I will respect your opinion. Might not agree with it, but I'll certainly respect it. Joey is saying, have you heard about City? Yeah, I was just talking about that, mate. I was just talking about that. So yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Joey's saying it's okay, guys. Talking about it. Talking. You've lost me. You guys early on tonight, you're catching me out quite early, aren't you? With me not following your comments. 30, just coming up to 31 and a half minutes gone, guys. And we got a foul in the middle of the park. Well, just on this near side of the pitch, but close to the centre circle as well. Yeah, Blackburn looking to use that right side of the field. 68% attack down that right side, on that far side of the pitch for Blackburn. So yeah, sorry, my bad, Joey. Joey said, okay, guys, just talking about it. Talking about the manager. I'm maybe the manager thing. I think you're talking about, but yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Billy's saying Man City could be looking at a big points deduction, which will end their title ups. Yeah, they could, but it wouldn't kick in this season, mate. It wouldn't kick in. I've been reading all about it, like I said before, and there's going to be a big legal battle with it. It's not going to. The Premier League have announced it, right? So now I can tell you what I've read. Based on what I've read, it's going to go to an independent investigation. Then they will investigate it. We'll wait to see what they find, and then they release their findings. And yes, obviously, if it's in line with what the Premier League are accusing Man City of, then yes, they can press charges. But there is also a further appeal option for Manchester City after that. So we could see this. This is what I'm trying to say to you guys. We could see this thing with City drag out for a couple of months, possibly a couple of years. Like I said to you before, it's took the EPL 4 years to conduct this investigation. So if it's took them 4 years to investigate it, now it goes to an independent investigation for them to analyse it. So they're going to take a while to assess it and analyse it, and then once they've finished, then whatever findings they decide, Man City have an option to then appeal it. So, like I say, it could go on for a couple of years. So whatever does come out of this with Manchester City in the short term, it's not going to affect their season this year. It won't affect them this year. So I can understand, Billy, why you would think that they would get a points deduction, and they may well do so. But they apparently, like I say, if there is a points deduction, it would be after everything's finished, and it's good. Like I say, always at the minute, if you watch what's been said early on, it's all being worded very cautiously to imply that that Manchester City have not been proven guilty yet. It's all evidence that they've found, but they've got to prove it. And as I found when I was reading it up on it, the last time when Man City challenged UEFA, when UEFA was trying to investigate Man City, UEFA tried to take it to the sports courts, and Manchester City was able to challenge it by saying, prove that these emails are from Manchester City. So clearly Manchester City have been doing some of this stuff they've been doing unofficially by using emails that weren't officially the club's emails. So that's going to be a major technicality that Man City are going to use to their advantage. I'm not sure if you guys have heard this while we're talking about football news. Apparently, don't know the details of this because I only heard about this actually learning about what's going on with City, so it needs further investigation. But apparently, Leeds and who was the other club? There was another club, but Leeds and another club apparently looking at legal options to challenge Everton over their financial fair play and whether they've been mismanaging their finances. So this is what I'm trying to say to you guys. We could see a whole world, a whole new era of football now, where clubs and football authorities start getting into all sorts of legal battles because of this financial fair play. And I think, for me, guys, I think this financial fair play rules needs looking at again. It needs some kind of stability where it's set in stone, where there's not too many. At the minute, it sounds to me like there's a lot of loopholes where clubs can get out of it because it's not set in stone. It's not like cast iron rules. There is flexibility in these rules, and that's why we're seeing that the EFL, the Premier League, and UEFA are struggling to challenge clubs over these financial fair play rules because there's too much flexibility in them. But like I say, I don't know. I reading it before when I was reading about City before. It was reported in that I'm sure it was Leeds, and I can't remember the other club now. But basically, two clubs looking at legal options of challenging Everton over there, and I'm presuming it's two clubs at the bottom or near the bottom of the league that are challenging that. So I'm sure we'll be hearing more about that. I've not read the details about it, guys. I come across it while I was reading about the Manchester City issue. So I just thought I'd share it with you because keep you guys up to date with what I know. And Wigan on the attack now with a shot from the edge of the box, but it's gone wide of the post. I think the goalkeeper actually got a hand to that as well. So it's gone out for a corner to Wigan on this near side. So I'll come back to the comments in a sec, guys, just see what happens with this corner. So corner comes in towards the near post. It's headed away by the Blackburn player, and it's gone out again on this near side for a throw-in. Well, I think it's a throw-in. I'm not sure because I did hear a whistle there, so I'm not sure if the referee's blown for a foul. Yeah, I think he has. I think the referee's blown for a foul. So it's not going to be a throw-in. It's going to be a free kick for Blackburn. Looks like an half-decent attendance. Not a full stadium at Blackburn, as you might expect. As any of you guys know Blackburn well, like I do. They don't very often fill their ground out. But it's good to see that there is an half-decent attendance there, though, tonight. Because I've watched Blackburn play a few games before, and there's been plenty of empty seats. And you can still see empty seats tonight, don't get me wrong. There is still plenty of empty seats. But not as empty as I've seen him play other games. So an half-decent turnout from the Blackburn fans and obviously a good attendance as well from the Wigan fans. Bit Billy, Minimo, sorry, is saying, yep, Billy, always the manager's fault, never the overpaid, underworking, uh, pim, pi- prima donna plays. Sorry, I couldn't read the small print and I had to blow it up into bigger letters so I could see what you were saying. But yeah, absolutely, spot on. That's a great way to analyse it, Minimo. Actually, to be fair, can't fault you for that. That's a good assessment. That you bob on with that. I'm sure you guys agree. If the manager needs to go, we all know that. We'll know that as football fans. We watch football regular. We see when players are not playing for a manager. But as you guys seem to be agreeing, there is too many fans and too many pundits and stuff encouraging this sack the manager mentality as soon as a club has a bit of a dip in form, and it's just it's classless, isn't it, guys? It really is. Come on, as football fans, I don't know. I don't know about you guys. I do. I take pride in trying to show that I'm that I love the sport and that I've got a decent amount of football knowledge. I'm not saying I'm the most knowledgeable football fan. I would never be that disrespectful to other fans. But I like to prove that I've got a decent amount of football knowledge. And if a manager's, if things are going wrong at a club, assess what's going wrong. Look at all the options. Look at the team, how they're playing. How they're playing for the manager. Is the tactics working? Is the manager alternating formations to try different ideas? Analyze all that kind of stuff first before you start calling for managers to be sacked just because of a couple of bad results. And that's obviously that's just my opinion. You don't have to agree with that. But yeah, it's nice to hear some of you guys agreeing with that. That this sack the manager mentality is just it doesn't help any club, and it's becoming very fashionable and for the wrong reasons. For the wrong reason. And let's be honest, it's not fans that are making it fashionable. It's the media companies, the big media companies that keep using it to create big fancy headlines to sell papers and clickbait and stuff like that. So no, for me, it's great to see that fans are debating this and not necessarily in agreement with it. We've got Wigan in possession at the minute with a long ball forward from the goalkeeper up to that far side of the pitch inside the Blackburn half of the field. And it's just a bit scrappy on that far side between the two teams at the minute, and it's gone out for a throw-in. So we'll come back to get a game in a second, guys. Billy is saying, I do feel bad for Klopp. Yeah, absolutely. I do totally agree, mate. For me, it's not just Klopp, is it? It's a lot of managers. We've got to start seeing that clubs give managers a bit of time and stop encouraging this sack the manager mentality. Yes, we totally agree. It's going to come when results don't improve after a while. Yes, the manager's going to get the sack. He's the one that's the fall guy. But before we go to that extreme resort of an answer, like I said, for me, I think that fans and clubs should be analysing everything, analysing how much the manager has changed tactics, how much he's changed players, used the squad to rotate things, to try different ideas. And also, like I say, look at players' individual performances. It's so easy to do these days, guys, with the amount of analytics. You can go on the internet and do the research and find out exactly how many miles that somebody like James Milner has run for Liverpool every time he plays. You can look at how much pace, how much speed he used, how many opportunities on goal, how attack minded he is, how defensive minded. There's just so many different stats that you can analyse now to judge whether players are actually playing for a manager. And I think all that should be covered first before we call for managers to be sacked. But like I say, as you guys are very much pointing out, it's very fashionable at the minute to just say, oh, sack the manager. But yeah, thanks for that, Billy. I do agree, mate. I do. Joey's saying, I like that Minimo. Predominant prima donna players, so true. Yeah, it is. We got another corner, guys, for Wigan on this near side of the pitch. 43 minutes gone, guys. We're coming close to half time. Corner taken right into the mix of the players. It's headed towards goal, but ricochets back out, and now the referee has blown for a foul. So that's the end of that. We'll have the Blackburn restart the game from a free kick. But yeah, I agree, Joey. That's a class statement. Minnie Mo saying, "I'll take 2 wages for 1 job, Gaz." Sounds good. Yeah, I know. Can you believe that? I was stunned to hear it myself. That getting 2 wages for 1 job, but that's what's being reported. What was the manager now? I can't remember the manager's name, but I'm sure you guys remember him. The Italian guy, one of the earlier managers that took charge of City when the new ownership come in. I forget his name now, but I'm sure you know who I mean. The Italian guy, he did quite well with City. I think he got him to. I think he helped him win the first league title when the new ownership came in. I just can't think of his name off to the top of my head, but that's the manager that it's being said that got 2 separate wages for doing the manager's job at City. Got a City wage off City, an official wage, and then he was getting another wage from outside the club, connected to the country that technically owns Manchester City. So, like I said, I'm not saying that's for sure. That's what's being reported. So we'll have to see what happens with that. But it's very unusual, isn't it? That. But yeah, thanks for that, Minimo. Billy Random Clutch saying the players just are not playing for Klopp anymore. Yeah, that's a fair. Well, I don't know actually. No, it's not. No, that I don't know. I watched the game the other day, mate, and I think you're entitled to your opinion, Billy. That's fair enough. But after watching that game against Wolves the other day, I thought the players were playing for the manager. I did think they're playing for the manager. I thought the problem was, as you can see it, you could see it in the players' body language. It was confidence, mate. You could see the players after the bad running results. They were shattered confidence-wise. You could see it as soon as they attacked. They were attacking with everything they got. They'd have an opportunity on goal. It'd go wrong, and you could see their heads drop. Literally see their heads drop, and then 1 or 2 players just slightly shaking their head in disbelief that it wasn't clicking for them. So that you like I say, Billy, that's you're entitled to your opinion, but I think no, I was interested. That's why I did that stream the other day, because I wanted to judge first and foremost whether the players were actually still performing for Klopp, whether they were still trying, and they were still performing for Klopp. In my opinion, you guys are entitled to think differently. That's fine. But for my assessment of watching the Wolves game the other day, I do think that the Liverpool players are still trying for the manager. There goes the halftime whistle, guys. So it's 0-0 at half. Stevie's not jinxed us with that 0-0 prediction. But it is 0-0 at the minute, guys. So we'll have to see if it's going to liven up for goals in the second half. I'm just going to share that back on the screen for the moment, so that any new fans can see our new head-to-head stats analyst. So we can, like I said, just pumping it on the halftime at the minute, guys, because it's new. So it help new fans see what we're trying to do, and that we're trying to cover different angles and different stats to other YouTubers and other mainstream media that they're pumping out. We're trying to give you guys a slightly different perspective. But yeah, thanks for that, Billy. Joey's saying they are trying, Billy. I agree, Joey. I do. I think they're trying. I watched, like I said, I watched the Wolves game the other day, and I didn't see any evidence of players not trying. I seen evidence of players lacking in confidence and disbelief, and but I didn't see evidence of players not trying. But maybe Billy's going off a previous game, and he's seen a previous game where he feels that the players just didn't put enough effort in. Because I'm sure there has been the odd game where Liverpool might have looked like that with the amount of defeats that Liverpool have had of recent. But yeah, I agree, Joe. I think the players are trying. Minnie Mo saying, do you think it's a mental thing after coming so close to City last season? Yeah, absolutely. I think that's an excellent point, Minnie Mo. Totally agree with that. That's spot on, mate. I couldn't have said that any better. I'd also think, as I pointed out the other day, it could also be the World Cup as well affecting, because I think that's actually it's not being. I'm not seeing any mainstream media mention that the World Cup might be one of the reasons why we're seeing so many teams that normally be performing at this stage of the season not struggling to get that performance up and the standards that they normally set. Man City struggling, have been dropping points. Chelsea struggling, dropping points. Liverpool struggling, dropping points. And normally at this stage of the season, in a normal season, these teams will be flying. You guys know this. These teams normally would be doing really well. But unfortunately, they're not. And I think we have to consider whether the World Cup is affected. I'm not saying it is that the only reason why these clubs are not performing. I'm just saying it could be part of the reason. But like I say, that's up for debate. But I think it needs pointing out because I think, like I say, the mainstream media are not really considering that the World Cup has had much of an impact. And we've got to consider it, guys, because let's be honest, in English football, and we're not used to a month break in the middle of a season. It's just not normal. So we have to consider that it may be affecting results and performances from some clubs. But like I say, you don't have to agree with me. I'm just pointing it out that it could be. It needs consideration. But yeah, Mini Mo, that's an excellent point, mate. Billy Random Clip saying they're trying, but the effort they're putting in is really poor. Well, I think it's maybe that's true for some players, but I know I like to say, Billy, I watched that game. I've only watched recently, Billy. I've only recently watched Liverpool play Wolves, so I've not watched all the other games. So I can only go off what I saw in the Wolves game, and I'm sure we'll try and watch a couple more Liverpool games over the next couple of weeks. You know, if the results continue to be poor, we'll try and do some more Liverpool games to analyse it a bit further. But no, I think you might be right in case of some players, but I don't think that's a fair judgment of all the players, mate. But yeah, you're entitled to your opinion. Like I say, maybe you've seen a different game to what I've seen recently with Liverpool, and you've seen evidence of that, mate, which is fair enough. But thanks for that, Billy. It's great to have different opinions. We're not always going to agree, are we, guys? But we can be respectful. But I think Billy makes a great point. It could be a couple of players in that team that are showing that kind of lack of spark as or poor effort, as Billy indicated. But like I said, I don't think it's a fair assessment on the whole team. Mini Mo saying maybe maybe dealing with all the drama is what's wrong with Man City. They lost their spark this year. Yeah, like I said, I think that's a great and fair point, mate. My coffee's gone cold already. Yeah, that's a great point, Mini Mo. You could be right. Um, I think you're spot on with City. I can't figure out what's going on with City. It's really unusual, isn't it? But like I say, it's noticeable. It's not just City, is it? Like I say, if it was just one club, we could analyze it. Analyze that club in depth. But I think personally myself, I'm looking at it as it's strange how it's affected so many clubs that we normally see performing at this stage. You go back and look over Premier League seasons. You go back and look at Chelsea, Man City, Man United, Liverpool, even Tottenham, and even Arsenal. At this stage of the season, if they've had a successful season, they're normally in full flow. They're winning games consistently. They drop very few points, and we see that regular every season around March, January, February, as the clubs prepare for the return of the Champions League. We see these clubs really turn it on and start putting consistent results together, but back-to-back wins, stuff like that. And at the minute, to be seeing so many top clubs not doing that, then I think we have to consider that there might be other reasons for it, not just it might not just be individual clubs. Faults, if you like, with team tactics or managers or whatever. It could actually be, like I say, possibly the World Cup, possibly the disruption to the season, and maybe even it's also the financial impacts of coronavirus from a couple of seasons ago. Because you've got to remember that that financial loss can impact their transfer business now. It wouldn't have impacted their transfer business on the season not so much where the coronavirus actually hit. it's the season after and the season after that where it could have a financial impact, because you've got to think businesses put their money, their financial figures in at the end of April, year to year. So that's how it works. That's how the tax year works. So if Man City, for example, didn't earn enough revenue the season before, it will affect how they spend money the following season. So, like I say, I mean, obviously that's a bit more of a long shot because we're about 2 years out of the corona problem now. But I'm just pointing it out. It could be still having some kind of impact financially. But yeah, thanks for that, Minimo. Billy's saying, I'm going to go for dinner, everyone. Have a nice evening. Thanks, Billy. Appreciate you dropping in, mate. Enjoy the rest of your evening. And yeah, absolutely. I hope you enjoy your food as well, mate. And like I say, stay safe, take care, and hopefully see you again soon, mate. Like I say, appreciate you coming, getting involved, Billy. Take care, mate. Speak to you soon. Top man. Mini Mo is saying, see you later, Billy. Awesome, guys. Awesome. And also Joey, the same. Bye, Billy, too. Joey saying, you still hit them minute. Mini Mo saying, come on, Wigan, give us a goal. Yeah, that's a fair shout, mate. Like I say, we definitely need some goals, don't we? Let's hope Stevie's not jinxed us with the 0-0 prediction. Dylan, PFC_DY4 is Dylan. How's it going, mate? Dylan saying, hi, guys. How's it going? I'm good, thanks, mate. Appreciate you coming, dropping in. How's things with you? Good to see you tonight, mate. Any thoughts on this game? If you've got a Joey, we've still got a 0-0, so it'd be great to hear any thoughts you've got or predictions, mate. Let us know. Great to see you though, Dylan, top man. Minimo is saying, waiting patiently for a goal, Joey. I like that, waiting patiently for a goal. Joey saying, don't think you heard last night, Minute, but Gaz said if you're going to game on Tuesday to get a fan clip, if you can. Gaz will explain when he gets to this comment. Yeah, I did say that, mate. Thanks, top man Joey. Thanks for remembering that. That's appreciated. Like I say, it's up to you guys whether you want to do that. I'm not going to pressure anybody, but obviously we're trying to, as you guys know that are coming on regularly, we're trying to use the channel. We're trying to build this community aspect. And obviously, if you guys can help with that a little bit, the best way you can help with it is with coming getting involved, as you guys regularly do, which is awesome, and massive appreciation for that. But the other way is, like I say, just to show little bits of clips, to send me little bits of clips of your match day experience. Doesn't have to be long. Anything under 60 seconds, just a short clip of the noise your fans, your club's fans make in a game. I can share it to the community. And as I said before, I will always give you guys credit. I'll share it on the channel, give you credit that it's your clip. And I'm sure you can see that because there is some fan clips that we've already put on the channel. So yeah, if any of you guys want to get involved in that and share clips, it would be very helpful to the channel. Like I say, make sure you get it that way up though. You can your phone upright, not sideways, because otherwise it makes it more complicated to share it in the short section. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey. And yeah, Minimo, it'd be great if you could. But no pressure, mate. If you just want to go and enjoy the game, that's totally understandable. Not everybody's interested in faffing about with their phone, are they, at games? But thank you very much for that, Joey. That's really appreciated. Like I say, we can get a few more fan clips on the channel here and there. It would definitely, hopefully, help more fans get interested in the Fandom project. So yeah, that would be massively appreciated. If you guys can help with that, it's not too much trouble. Thanks, Joey. Joey saying hi, DY4 Dylan. His name's Dylan, mate. Just pointing out, Joey, for future reference, because I know you always make the effort to welcome Dylan when he comes in the chat, and all the other guys as well. So it would be awesome if you guys get to know each other a bit more on first name terms. But yeah, absolutely. Thanks for that, Joey. But yeah, for you guys that might not know, PFC underscore DY4 is Dylan. That's his name, Dylan. He's a massive Portsmouth fan and also a massive fan of the Fandom project. He's been involved for quite a while and gives a lot of support on social media. Very helpful on social media. And I've got to say that Dylan is definitely one of the, like I say, he's a young lad at the minute. He's got obviously going through an important stage of his life at the minute with exams coming up. I think, if I remember rightly, I think he's around that exams age, 15, 16, where he's got important exams coming up that he's having to study for. So that's why he's not always able to come and get involved in the live streams for long periods. But sometimes he does. He always makes the effort to come and get involved. But yeah, just get, like I said, just pointing it out so you guys get to know each other a bit more as friends, as mates, as footy mates. But yeah, Dylan, like I say, always supportive on social media and on the channel. But like I say, we've got to be giving him that same consideration at the minute with the fact that he's got important exams coming up that are very much important for his future. So yeah, but thanks for that, Joey. Honest mate, massive respect to you for always making the effort to welcome everybody into the channel, into the chat, and also it's not going to notice that you always make the effort with new fans as well. So top man, Joey. Dylan, hi Joey, how are you doing as well? Awesome, nice one, Dylan. Top man. Joey saying, yeah, all good, thank you. Awesome. You guys are class. Honest, you are absolute top class fans. Dylan saying, I thought Wigan would do a lot better this season. Slightly disappointed with them. Yeah, well, to be fair, I'm not I'm not disappointed with Wigan. I'm not bothered. I've got no preference, but obviously I'm a Bolton fan, so whenever it comes to Wigan, I can't help but come back to. I know Wigan very well from when I was younger. And Wigan is very much a rugby town. It is not a football town. So I see my club's rivalry as being more intense with Blackburn than with Wigan. But obviously, the fact that Wigan have been massively improving over the last 20 years as a football club, then we have to take them more seriously as a rival. But for me, as a Bolton fan, obviously, I'm not bothered when they play everybody else. That's fine. But as a Bolton fan, I love my club to just give, Wigan a good, a good spanking. If you get my meaning with the result, beat them like 3-4-0 or something, and just send them back to Wigan and remind them that they're a rugby town. But that's just. I think, like I said, I think it's because I know Wigan very well from when I was younger. So yeah. I remember Wigan as a town before they even had a football stadium. I remember when there was only a rugby stadium in Wigan, and the football stadium was, well, they did have a football stadium of sorts, but it was very basic. It was more like a non-league ground. But then obviously the football club and the rugby club came together to build the new stadium, and now it's classed as an official football town as well as an official rugby town. But when I was younger, it was very much all rugby in Wigan, and the old rugby stadium used to stand out like a sore thumb in the middle of the town centre of Wigan. I don't know if you guys know it or remember it, but I remember it very well. And like I say, I remember football at one point when I was younger didn't even get considered in Wigan. So yeah, but that's just my personal feelings. Let's give. Now we've just started the second half, guys. So I'm just gonna share the stats the team stats back up on the screen, so you guys can that are joining can see the team lineups. But yeah, that's fair enough. Thanks for that, Dylan. Dylan also saying all good here. Thanks, Joey. Top man, Dylan. Nice one, guys. Minnie Mo saying no, I didn't catch that, Joey, but the game is live on BT Sports tomorrow night. Ah, right. We thought you was going to the game, mate. We thought you said you were going to the game. So that's why Joey's mentioning it. But yeah, fair enough, mate. Thank you very much for that, Minnie Mo. Like I say, if you're just watching it at home, that's fair enough, mate. But I think Joey's just trying to help. with the channels, or maybe just pointing it out in case you missed it. But like I said, no, never pressure you guys. You guys come and get involved as much or as little as you like. I'll never pressure you guys. I always appreciate whatever support you give, whether it's coming on in the chat, getting involved, and making the effort to be part of the fandom community, or whether it's helping with clips of little shots when you guys go to games. But yeah, just bear it in mind in the future. You go to any games, you get the opportunity to go to any games, and you want to take a little short video clip of less than 60 seconds or less, then I'll happily share it on the channel and give you guys credit for it. So yeah, thanks for that, Mini Mo. Appreciate it, mate. But yeah, we will hope that you guys get that win tomorrow in that under 18s game. Minimo also saying when we're live on telly, we normally get beat. Well, think positively, mate. That's all I can say. Obviously, I can understand you looking at that way, but think positively. Fingers crossed. Think positively, and ask Joey if you can borrow his lucky pants. Maybe that's not such a good idea. We just started the second half, guys. Couple of minutes in. Currently, Blackburn in possession with a long ball forward down this near side, and it's just being headed about at the minute. And now Wigan clear the ball out to this near side for a throw in. But yeah, thanks for that, Mini Mo. And like I say, mate, maybe ask Joey if you can borrow his lucky pants. Joey's saying, don't say that, mate. Think positive vibes. Absolutely. Well said, Joey. Positivity is the best way to go about it. Positive mental attitude. That's the way. That's the saying, in it. Mini Mo is saying it's only under 18s, Joey. But if they win, they are in the final 16 of Europa. You're big deal for us. Absolutely, yeah. You told us yesterday, mate. We took notice. We did take notice because I'm not sure if you saw the comments, but we did comment saying that we really hope that you get a win. Because if I remember rightly, you told me it's Dortmund you're playing. I think if I remember correctly, Dortmund that you're playing. So yeah, we will be. We will always want UK clubs to do well, no matter what level of football. So yeah, we'll have fingers crossed for you guys tomorrow, and hopefully you can get a positive result and progress to the next stage of the competition. So yeah, absolutely, many more. That will be awesome for Hibs. And I know, I've been studying Scottish football, so I know what a big deal that would be for the club if that was. And it would be a great way to progress and get some of those youngsters into the first team as well if they can get some good European experience. Joey is saying, you think of. You thinking of Pellegrini, Gaz? Is it Pellegrini? Yeah, I think it is Pellegrini. Is it? No. Oh, what's he called? I'll look now. I'll check it out now. Um, sorry, guys, just bear with me a second. I'm just looking for the manager. No, it wasn't Pellegrino. Don't think. No, was it? Oh, come on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just trying to bring it up now so I could figure out who it was. No, it was Roberto Martinez, I think. I was more options. No, is it? Am I getting confused? Do you know these stupid pop-ups? They're annoying, aren't they? When you're trying to research thing and all they're trying to do is send you loads of spam stuff through the finger. Yeah, I think it was Roberto Martinez, the Italian manager. So no, I don't know. It wasn't Pellegrini, mate. I think it was Martinez. Um, So yeah, like I say, come on. Sorry about that, guys. Joey say, yeah. So no, it was Martinez, mate. I just checked it out. I've just researched it. It was Martinez. Um, Mini Mo is saying, boo, half, 0-0 half time, Stevie, Stevie's fault. Stevie getting the blame there for the, predicting the 0-0. We've just got an injury check at the minute, guys. I'll come back to the game in a second. Still 0-0. Just coming up to 53 minutes gone. And we've got a Wigan player down with a knock. The medical team just checking him out. Joey saying, absolutely, Minimo. Be cool if you could win that. Yeah, absolutely. We're right behind you. We're right behind you. Honest, like I say, we're very much trying to be respectful to all clubs on the channel, with especially UK clubs. And when it comes to European competitions, we absolutely will always get behind whatever UK clubs are in Europe. I think that's one time when fans should put rivalries to one side a little bit. Um, because if your club does well in Europe, it benefits the entire league. It doesn't just benefit that club; it can benefit the entire league with a better standing in Europa. Sorry, in Europe's algorithm, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? Yeah, you get more places awarded to you. You can get more finance awarded to you for the more clubs that you have involved, and the more that the clubs get positive results. For example, I'm not sure if you guys know it, but every time English clubs compete in the Champions League, they get awarded points based on their performances and how many games they win. And that goes, I forget what it's called now. What's it called? Oh, now it's got a special name for it now. Oh, what's it called now? It'll come to me shortly, hopefully. But um, UEFA's Oh, I can't remember what it's called now, but it's a big thing because Scotland have just been awarded this year the automatic promotion place to the Champions League because of it, because their teams, the clubs in Scotland have been improving. I mean, they didn't show it this season in the Champions League. Obviously, Rangers and Celtic getting knocked out early, but the reason that both those clubs were in it this season was because of their improved performances in the Europa League and getting more points of Europe to be awarded an actual place. I forget what it's called now. It's gone completely out of my head, but basically, it's something that the UEFA award points for, and they analyze it like every 5 years. And if the more points the clubs from your country earn through winning games, then the more places are awarded to your country's league uh, for European competitions. That's why we've seen this season. If you look last season, there was no automatic promotion place for Scottish clubs into the Champions League. This season, there is one automatic promotion place, and that is why, because they've improved their standing in the UEFA. It's driving me nuts now that I can't think of the name, but um, oh, what's it called now? It's on the tip of my tongue and all. UEFA's something or other. I can't remember now. Um, but I can't think of it. It's doing my head in to think of it now. But anyway, but not only that, clubs also get like 1.5 million per win in the Champions League in the group stages. So every game they win in the Champions League, they get 1.5 million pound. If they draw a game, I think it's something like half of that, 3/4 of a million. And if they lose it, I think it's half a million, a quarter, yeah, half a million, something like that. But yeah, it's all very structured where it's better in Europe, where it's based on what the clubs, how well the clubs do, um, how well the clubs do in the competition representing their country. So yeah, Stevie Allen saying, "Go on, guys, get your jibes in, laugh out loud." Stevie getting a little bit of stick for jinxed in the game with a 0-0. Wigan on the attack now down that far side, crossed into the box, and it goes past everybody, and it's gone out on this near side. My lovely wife bringing me a fresh brew. Thank you very much. Um, Come on. There we go. Mini Mo saying high scoring second half. Stevie, absolutely. Yeah, we'd love that. But we are coming up towards, 57, just over 57 minutes gone, guys. So hopefully, let's hope we do get some goals. Stevie Allen saying highly possible minute. Absolutely. Let's fingers crossed we do get that. Let me change that screen and all, because second half I always like to try and let you guys see me a bit better. Sorry, have I missed a comment there? Joey, I have. Sorry, just getting an itchy back through sitting in this chair for so long. Joey saying, would you class Blackburn as a derby game? Absolutely, yeah, absolutely, mate. Bolton and Blackburn have got quite an intense rivalry, or they used to have. I think it's died down, to be fair, in recent years, mate. But when I was younger, it was quite an intense rivalry. Um, But yeah, I consider them serious, a lot more serious rivals. Uh, but obviously, the rivalry with Wigan and Bolton has got quite intense over the last couple of years. And I just found out that my club have introduced. I don't know if you got knows, but you can't attend now Bolton games, and it's in being introduced in a lot of clubs. But I spoke, as you guys know, I spoke to my club Bolton the other week, and according to them, now you cannot attend games unless you're a club member. Um, and the reason for that is because of the fixture with Wigan. Apparently, that when Bolton last played Wigan a while back, there was loads of trouble at the Wigan ground between the Wigan fans and the Bolton fans, and the police and the football authorities have put pressure onto Bolton to basically insist on membership for fans so that they can track who are the troublemakers. I don't agree with it because I think it's a breach of freedom. You shouldn't have to give personal details just to attend a football game. But in fairness to my club, their justification for it is that they said that the police and the EFL put pressure on them to do it because they don't want any more trouble at games. But apparently that could save the club money because they now will not. They played the first game a while back, not so long ago, that was unpoliced. Bolton played a game where it was unpoliced, so no police in the ground, and apparently that saved the club £50,000. So every time the club has police attending the game, it's costing them around £50,000 to have those police there. How shocking is that, guys? How is that sustainable for lower league clubs to have to pay that kind of money to the police to attend games to avoid any problems? That's crazy money. Imagine a League Two club having to play that, guys. That's a massive chunk of their budget. So you can understand why lower league clubs are bowing down to that membership thing. I just don't agree with it. I personally don't agree with it. I think, well, it's supposed to live in a free country, so you should be able to walk into a stadium and show your support to a club without having to give ID and all that kind of stuff. To me, just proves that Britain isn't as free as the government like to advertise, doesn't it? But yeah, absolutely, Joey. I would agree that it's a big rivalry. For me, it is. It's a big rivalry anyway. We've got another corner on this near side for Blackburn this time. So we'll see what happens with that in a minute, guys. Mini Mo saying, I'll video the lap of honour, Gaz. Awesome, mate. Yeah, awesome. But any footage you can share, little clip would be awesome. But yeah, like I said, just any clip, even just a short clip of your fans celebrating a goal or something like that. Anything, whatever it is that stands out to you in the game that you like, that you think gives that's a good clip for your fans celebrating the club doing well, whatever it is. I'm happy to share it, mate, and I will always give you guys credit as well. So yeah, that would be awesome, Minimo. But like I say, no pressure, mate. That's entirely up to you whether you do or you don't. But if you do, I will happily share it on the channel, and I will give you the credit for it as well, mate. But thank you. Yeah, that would be awesome. Any clips you guys want to share? Joey's saying, defo not a good idea, mate. Pants not working. Right, so there you go, Minimo. Don't ask to borrow Joey's lucky pants because they're not working. They're out of order at the minute. Are you sure that? Yeah, I love the lucky pants. It's class. It is class. Uh, Long ball forward for Blackburn, but coming together there are the player and the goalkeeper as the goalkeeper's come out to try and clear it. It's gone out on this near side for a throw-in taken quickly, and now Blackburn with a cross into the box, but it's headed away by Wigan, and now Wigan look to move up the field on that far side as Blackburn try to get men back into a defensive formation. But Blackburn managing to get players back, but Wigan still coming at them, and they now switch and move the ball over to this near side. Cross comes in, it's deep, headed out from Blackburn, but Wigan picking up the pieces midway inside the Blackburn half of the pitch, and now pushing forward again. Ball pass forward into the box, and I'm not sure if that bounced out for a corner or a free kick. I think it's gone out for a corner there. So a corner for Wigan on the far side of the pitch. Nothing but the truth. Welcome to Fanden. Great to have you with us, mate. Always a pleasure to see new fans in the chat. And like I say, great to have you with us, mate. Welcome to Football Fanden UK. Nothing but the truth he's saying. Roberto Mancini. Oh, have we got a goal? Sorry, guys. Right, so I think we've had a goal there, but it's been chalked off, I think. Just watching what happens. I'll come back to the comments in a second, guys. Please do keep your comments coming. We'll come back to the comments in a sec. So corner comes in, and it goes straight into the back of the net. Yeah, I think, yeah, the referee's disallowed it for a foul. I'm not sure if the foul, he's classing the foul. There was a couple of fouls that looked to be there. Fouls from two players coming together, but also a foul on the goalkeeper as well. So that ball did actually end up in the back of the net. Wigan could have been 1-0 up there, but the referee has disallowed the goal. And I think it might be for the foul on the goalkeeper because we know our goalkeepers get protected in certain scenarios, and that would be understandable because he was basically... I think they were basically sandwiched by players there, trying to win the ball as it came in. So sorry, guys. Nothing but the truth saying Roberto Mancini. I'm not going to repeat the last bit because I think that's bad language. I'm presuming, but it's only the initials, so we appreciate that, mate. But I'm not sure what you're trying to say there, mate. But thank you very much for coming, getting involved. Always great to see new fans. I can see you've left another comment here. Nothing but the truth is saying, can I just commentate on game? Oh, so can you just commentate on the game? Well, yeah, obviously, I'm trying to give you guys some commentary on the game, but we're a fan project, mate. We're a Fanden channel. We're a fan channel where we want you guys to feel a part of the channel and the project we're trying to do. So I do try to keep you guys up to date as much as possible what's going on in the game, but also try to involve you guys in the show as well, mate. So yeah, I'll try do my best to keep you updated, but it's also very important that an important part of the project that you guys feel welcome to as part of the show and the channel and what we're trying to do. So yeah, apologies, nothing but the truth. If my commentary skills are not good enough, mate, apologies for that. But I do my best, and as I've pointed out many times, I'm still trying to learn and improve. I'm not the finished article. I've got a lot to do to improve, and it's about teaching myself that balance to try and do the commentary and interact with you guys as well in the chat. So thanks for coming, getting involved, mate. Appreciated, and like I say, apologies if my commentary is not good enough. Ethan Dixon, welcome to the show, mate. Great to have you with us. Always a pleasure to see you drop in, mate. Just to let you guys know, in the game, it's currently just coming up to 67 minutes, still 0-0, and it's Blackburn on the ball with a free kick midway inside their own half of the pitch at the minute as they move the ball out to the opposite side of the pitch. but it's just passing it about amongst themselves at the minute in their own half of the pitch, from left to right. But yeah, Ethan, great to have you with us, mate. How's things with you? Always great to see you drop in, mate. Minimo, how rude. I'm presuming maybe that's responding to nothing but the truth. But thanks for that, Minimo. Like I say, mate, are you guys that come in regular? I'm trying to do my best to learn both aspects of it. Cross into the box there for Blackburn, but it's cleared, and Wigan managed to clear it up the field, and now Blackburn pick it up midway inside their own half and pass back to the keeper. But yeah, sorry, Minimo. As I say, I'm trying to do my best to try and do the commentary and interact with you guys. But yeah, nothing but the truth. If you can go and find a better channel on YouTube that gives better commentary, then find it, mate. Because I've researched a lot of other YouTubers, and yes, they do some great stuff, but not many YouTubers actually give you commentary updates, proper commentary updates. So I'm doing the best I can. I'm not saying I'm getting it perfect yet, but I am working to improve, mate. So hopefully you may appreciate my efforts if you get involved more regular and realise that I am still learning how to get better at this. I've never ever claimed to be an expert at commentary or an expert at doing this, and I've always made it quite clear that I'm still learning to improve. So yeah, thanks for that, Minimo. Appreciate the support, mate. As you guys that come in regular, you all know that I'm doing my best to try and get better at all aspects of doing these match watch alongs. Joey's saying, hi, Ethan. How are you doing? Absolute nice one. Joey, top man. Ethan, Dixon, good, thanks. Awesome. Good to know you're doing okay, mate. Joey's saying, yeah, that's happening a lot of clubs now. That's happening at a lot of clubs now. Sorry, Joey, catching me out with his comments tonight. I'm not following you there, mate. We just had a challenge, and two players coming together, and yeah, he's mauled him there. Wigan with a free kick and a yellow card for Hayden of Carter, a Blackburn player, and it's well deserved to pay. Don't get me wrong, as you guys know that watch regular, I love proper manly challenges. It's a big part of the game, and I don't think it should be watered down. But in fairness to the Wigan player there, that wasn't a manly challenge. That was being mauled, like being mauled by a bear or something. He just literally all over him, the Wigan Blackburn player all over him, and eventually lost out the possession that they were scrapping for, and he just literally mauled him and just dragged him right to the floor. So free kick taken, and the ball is high and wide and over the bar. So another wasted opportunity there from Wigan from a good position just outside the box. But yeah, like I say, opportunity missed there for Wigan. Joey's saying, yeah, that's that. I'm sorry, Joe, I'm not following your comment there, mate. My bad. Obviously, maybe that previous comment from Nothing But the Truth has thrown me off, mate. I'm not sure, but apologies if I'm not following you there, mate. Minnie Mo saying, Stevens 0-0 looking correct. Prediction tonight. It did. You're right, mate. 71 minutes gone, and we still got 0-0. So maybe Stevie has will come in bob on tonight with that score prediction. As much as we don't like it, maybe Stevie got some inside information on this one. I don't know. Have you got friends at Blackburn or Wigan, Stevie, that's give you the heads up on this one tonight or what? Because you've got it bob on right from the start. But yeah, Minimo, not happy with the lack of goals. I can't say I'm buzzing with it either. We've got another Wigan player down on the pitch. Yeah, the Wigan player getting medical attention. Hopefully he's going to be all right. So we'll have to wait for the game to restart. Joey saying, I know, Minnie, we will get a prediction right one day. Yeah, keep doing it, guys. You will eventually get one right, won't you? I think we're just about to see changes for Wigan. But like I say, we've just got a player down on the pitch at the minute, receiving attention from the medical staff. Um, Joey's saying, "Don't worry too much about it, that Gaz. Uh, I like the fact you interact with us in the chat. Thank you very much for that, Joey. Really appreciate it. Like I say, as you guys know, I am trying to learn the balance of keeping you guys up to date with the hot moments. I'm not saying I'm getting it perfect because as you guys know, I do sometimes miss the odd important moment in the game, but I'm doing my best to try and learn how to get the balance right between the two, keeping you guys informed of what's going on in the game if you're not watching it, but also interacting with you guys in the chat. Because, like I say, for me, a big part of the project is for you guys to feel part of the project, to feel part of the channel. That's why I called it Football Fan Den UK. If I wanted to call it commentary, I would have just called it a commentary channel or a match watch along channel. But no, the title of the channel indicates that we're very much about involving you guys with what we're trying to do. And of course, I want to try and get better at match commentary as well to keep you guys up to date when we're doing these match watch alongs. And that's why I'm doing so many match watch alongs to try and get better at it. But like I say, I'm never going to make everybody happy. Let's be honest. There's always going to be somebody that wants to come in and find fault with what I'm trying to do. But thank you very much for that, Joey. Really massively appreciate your support, mate. Top man. That is absolute top class. Thank you. Mini Mo saying, Joey, obviously, obviously, I think that's responding to the Joey saying about getting the predictions right one day. So, yeah, that's class. Mini Mo saying, Gaz, you're doing great. You guys are awesome. Honest. Thank you very much, Joey. Mini Mo. Like I said, some people that are new to the channel might just want to come in. As you guys know, when some of you first joined, I wasn't doing a lot of commentary at the start. I was talking to most of you guys, so I feel I have got better. I'm not saying I've got perfect with it, but I feel I have got better. But obviously, new fans coming in that want to know what's going on in the game. It's understandable that they want to hear more facts on the game. Some fans, but also, like I say, if they're not happy with what I'm doing, let them go and try and find another channel because I know I've done the research. And a lot of other channels do match watch-alongs, but they don't try and give you good commentary. They don't try and actually keep you up to date with what's going on the pitch. Now, I'm not saying I'm doing a great job of it, but I'm trying. I'm trying to keep you guys up to date with what's going on the pitch, as well as interacting with you guys in the chat. And I don't think I'm doing too bad a job of it, and considering I'm still quite new to this. But massive respect to you guys, Joey, Minimo, for recognizing that I am trying to get it. I'm trying to get better, and that you appreciate my efforts. That is absolutely awesome. Thank you very much. Honest, means a lot. Really does. Thanks, guys. Minimo saying, I'm finished work, so I'm heading home. Thanks, guys. See you later. See you all another night. Take care. Absolutely, Minimo. Safe journey home, mate. Minimo, obviously at work again. But yeah, absolutely. Thanks for coming, getting involved, mate. And make sure safe travels on your way home. And yeah, go and get yourself home. Have some nice food and maybe a glass of wine or something. But yeah, thank you very much, Minimo. Take care, mate. And hopefully see you again soon. All the best. And Minimo just finally leaving with come on, Wigan. That's class. Awesome stuff. Thanks for that, mate. Joey's saying, sorry, mate. Lazy fingers tonight happening a lot of clubs regarding the membership. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, I'm not sorry. My bad, mate. Not following the conversation properly. But yeah, it is. It's. I think it's the police that are pushing for it, mate. Oh, we've got an opportunity here in the box. Cross comes into the box. Blackburn player trying to intercept it and then gets knocked over by the Wigan player. And I think he's trying to make a most of that, trying to, in the hope that the referee might award a penalty. But he's completely ignored it. And I think that's right, to be fair. There weren't a lot in it. Just two players coming together to try and win the ball. And he barely touched him. See it in the replay now. He barely touched him. But yeah. So Wigan to restart the game with the goalkeeper. Ball up the field, and now Wigan knock it out for a throw-in on this near side to Blackburn. So yeah, no, sorry, Joey, my bad, mate. Like I say, yeah, unfortunately, it is the membership thing. I can understand why the clubs are doing it. I do understand, and obviously, when it was explained by my club, I wasn't thrilled about it, and I told them. I actually asked them. I point blank asked them and said, "Did you actually challenge the police over this? Because surely it's a breach of people's freedom." And the club claimed, or at least the club representative that I spoke to claimed that they had challenged the football authorities about this, but the police were insistent on it because it's a way of minimising disruption at games. So I do understand the club's difficult position. Maybe they'd prefer to sell tickets just randomly on the gate, the old-fashioned way. But unfortunately, the way the world's going now, it's all about ID in it. Which for me, I don't want to get into politics and all that. We're not here to talk about politics. We're here to talk about football and enjoy the sport we love. But I've got to say it, guys. The British government are fake. The fake freedom that they like to tell the rest of the world about. It is fake. It is fake because they're chipping away at our freedoms and liberties at every opportunity they get with different laws coming in to make it a law. And then you can't argue against it because it's law. Well, I'm sorry, but you can't argue against it when they're eating away at what's supposed to be a freedom, and they're pumping that out to the rest of the world. They're going to Russia saying, "Oh, we're the leader of freedom, and people should have the right to be free," whilst they're introducing laws that are taking away our freedom. But like I say, I'm going to leave it at that because we don't want to get into politics. But yeah, no need to apologise, Joey. My bad, mate. I just didn't follow the conversation. Joey's saying, "Come on, Blackburn, mini." Laugh out loud. Obviously, Joey maybe saying that, getting on the wind up. Lionel Thompson saying, "Can't stay for long." Though, Gaz, thought, although hopefully one of the sides come out on top in last 20. Sorry, I'm not following that very well. Can't stay very long. Thought, though, Gaz, although hopefully one of these sides come out on top in the last 20. Ah, right. Sorry, yeah, I get it now. Yeah, I think it means last 20 minutes. Yeah, like I say, yeah, that's fair. That's a good shout, Lionel. And yeah, thanks for dropping in. I think we're 80 minutes in now. It's not looking good for seeing a goal, is it, guys? 80 minutes gone. Stevie's nailed it tonight. Absolutely nailed it. We're all upset with Stevie now for nailing the 0-0 prediction. But to be fair, Stevie got it bob on. You can't fault Stevie for that. It's come in straight away. No messing. I'm going for a 0-0, and it's proving to be true so far. We're disappointed. We wanted some goals in this one, didn't we? But yeah, not to worry. Win some, lose some. Hopefully we've got to get some lively games, haven't we, guys? We've been doing match watch along after match watch along, and we're getting minimal goals at the minute. So it's got to, surely the equilibrium's got to come the other way soon, hasn't it? Where we get some games with goal fests. We keep getting these quieter games where there's not much between the two teams. So surely the look's got to change sooner rather than later, where we eventually get a game where it's really active and loads of goals. But yeah, cheers for that, Lionel. Stevie's saying, yeah, mate. What's that? I rung both managers to make sure it stays nil. Stevie there in full wind-up mode because we're not happy with Stevie's prediction, and now Stevie's basking in the glory. That's class. That is class, isn't it? Eh? We can't blame him, can we, guys? We can't blame him. If we'd nailed it like that right from the start, I'm sure we'd be enjoying and basking in the fact of getting its bob on. Could be Joey. Maybe Joey. Maybe possibly Stevie's because he knows the luck's gone out of your lucky pants. Maybe Stevie's dug out his lucky pants And we're seeing the results of it now. Stevie, are you wearing lucky pants today? Lionel saying, ha, ha, yes, Stevie. Obviously, Stevie basking in the glory there and in full basking in the glory of the correct prediction. We get two players just getting a word to by the referee there, and we're having a free kick now for Blackburn on this near side, taken short and then cut back into midfield. And now, what is he thinking there? The player there taking a shot from about 40 yards out, and it's just gone wide, just kept going higher and higher and higher and blazed well over the bar. What a wasted opportunity there from Blackburn. Really poor. All the players pushed up into the box to make the most of that opportunity. You can even see it. It's showing clips of the fans now, the Blackburn fans shaking their heads in disbelief that he did that. Obviously, you guys can understand all the players push up the field, work their way up into that box to make the most of the opportunity, and then one player just blast it high and wide and well over the bar, and then all those players have got to get back into formation for a completely wasted opportunity. Lionel saying, ignore the haters, guys. That's what I do. I get plenty of haters, guys, but they always be people trying to bring you down because they're just jealous of your brilliant project. Yeah, thanks for that, Lionel. Nice of you to say. I don't think we had a hater tonight, to be honest. We just had a fan that came in not happy that I wasn't sticking to the commentary religiously. But as I told him, the Fandom Project, yes, of course, I want to keep you guys up to date with games as much as possible. And I'm trying to get better at doing that. But as I explained to the fan that wasn't happy, it's important. Football fandom is called football fandom for a reason. It's because it's about fans, and I will always make the effort for you guys to feel part of it. And the best way I can do that is doing the live streams and involving you guys in a live chat. And some fans are not going to like it. That's fine. Everybody's different. I respect that. But yeah, thanks for the positivity, Lionel. Very nice of you to say. But yeah, I wouldn't actually call him a hater. I think he was just wanting me to stick to the commentary. But new fans that come in and don't, and are only here for a couple of minutes and don't really, stay for a while to judge what the channel's about, then, I'm not really going to take their criticism on board too much. But I can understand some fans, as I've said, you guys know, I made a comment about it a while back. That's why I make more effort now to keep you guys up to date with what's going on in the game. Because I took account of the fact that some fans are coming into the streams wanting updates on the game. So that's why I make more effort with that. You guys that have been coming in regular have probably noticed that. But obviously a new fan coming in might not see that because they're just looking for 5 minutes and then making a judgment. And it's amazing to see the support from you guys, though. I really, really do appreciate that. Because, like I say, top fans like you guys that make the effort to appreciate and show your support. It doesn't go unnoticed, and like I say, encourages me to keep going. Lionel also saying, although we will be the ones laughing at them when we're at the top. Obviously, Lionel being a massive Derby fan, so I think he's enjoying the victories that Derby are producing at the minute, and that's rightly so. Rightly so. Enjoy it while it's good. Oh, it's getting out of hand now, guys. Whoa, stop. Honest, the handbags have really come out here, guys. I'll come back to the chat in a minute. Loads of players really getting quite testy with each other there, pushing each other, grabbing each other. It got really heated very quickly there, and the referee just sitting back, just standing away. And letting it all develop. Even the linesman coming on there to try and break that up. And they're still going at it here. They're still going at it. It's McLean, I think. McLean, the Wigan player, clearly having an issue with one of the Blackburn players. So we're just going to see the referee's giving him a stern talking to here, and I think he's getting a yellow card. Yep, yellow card. And Travis, I think it is, for Blackburn. Yeah, it all stemmed that from a tackle both players tackling each other. The Blackburn player was not happy with the challenge coming from the Wigan player, and then the full-blown handbags came out, guys. It's good. I love it when it gets a bit tasty like that. Obviously, it's a derby game, isn't it? So it's great to see the passion from the players. Obviously, we don't want to see fighting on the pitch. We don't want to see that. It's not professional. But it's good to show it's great to see the emotion coming from the players. So James McClan, the one that's and he's still not happy. He's been booked by the referee, and he's still having a right go at the Blackburn players. Oh, that was quite tasty, that, guys. And the referee's coming over here again. I think he's going to get another talking to. Yeah. Now the referee, is he going to get another vote? But this is what I mean, guys. This is how tasty it's getting. The referee's pulled him back. He's already spoke to him once and issued him a yellow card, and now he's pulled him over again because it's not stopped because they carried it on. So it's Hedges for Blackburn and McClan for Wigan. I think that the referee's just he's pulled him there now. I think he's just told him it ends now. I think he's just said drop it now, otherwise. The red card's coming out. So that getting quite tasty there, guys. That's what we love to see. Shame it's got like that at the end of the game, isn't it? Eh? If we'd have seen that at the beginning of the game, we might have seen more goals, some goal-scoring opportunities. But yeah, both players getting quite heated with each other there. I love that. That's about the most exciting moment of the game we've seen. Well, what do you expect, eh? It's these two local rivals trying to live up to the standards that Bolton set. Sorry, I couldn't help resist that one. Obviously, I couldn't resist that one, guys. So yeah, but yeah, totally. As I said, Lionel there enjoying the success of Derby County at the minute. Joey's saying, Stevie, leave the prediction next time. So we can see some goals outside. Sorry, Wigan in possession on that far side, close to the corner flag. One player beaten, another player. Wigan Blackburn players tried to nick it, and it's gone out behind for a goal kick to Blackburn. But good, what did look like a potentially good opportunity there for Wigan. Blackburn have sniffed it out and sniffed out the danger. But yeah, that's a good. I've just whacked myself in the chin with a microphone. See, there's some different entertainment for you guys. 7 minutes. We're seeing 7 minutes added on time, guys. 7 minutes. So, yeah, proper whack myself in the chin with a microphone. So, a bit different entertainment for you guys there. But, yeah, Stevie, obviously not happy about the 0-0. Stevie's saying, sorry, guys, wasn't ignoring your comments, was just busy in the back room. In the background. No worries, mate. Thanks for that, Stevie. Blackburn still 0, Wigan 0. We're up to 90 minutes now. 7 minutes time added on, guys. Ball forward. And it's Wigan in possession, midway inside the Blackburn half on that far side. And now they're looking to create an opening down that far side, trying to get in behind Blackburn's defence. But it's gone out for a throw-in to Wigan, very close to the corner flag. Guys, if you stay, just join us, please do hit that like button, drop your comments in. It'd be great to hear from you guys. All fans welcome on the channel, all fans of all clubs. Wigan looking to take a long throw here, I think. Yep, long throw into the box. It's headed out by Blackburn, straight to the Wigan player. Another shot attempted, but it's blocked off. And then it falls back to Wigan, who moved the ball out to this near side and then passed back to the halfway line to keep possession and come again. Blackburn coming out quickly to close the space. 2 minutes of the added on time played, guys. 5 minutes remaining. And now Wigan lose possession, and Blackburn now looking to exploit that space up the other end of the field as they move the ball down this near side. But Wigan sniffing out the danger and knocked it out for a throw-in. So yeah, but yeah, no worries, Stevie. No worries, mate. You do what you're doing. Obviously, we know that you're busy also keeping rid of the spam as well in the chat. Another free kick here, guys. Blackburn taking that throwing quite quickly and moving the ball towards the goal of Wigan. And it's now resulted in a challenge with a free kick just on the edge of the box, just outside the box for Blackburn. Uh, Slightly close, not quite centre of the pitch, slightly more offside, off to this near side of the pitch, but not too far over, if you get what I mean. So it's kind of like the opportunity is kind of like from the middle of the pitch, but a bit more to the right hand side, if you get what I mean. So a great opportunity for a potential shot on goal. This I would say it's probably about 25 yards out, something like that. Um, Joey's saying, "Don't worry, Stevie. We know your comment when you comment when you can." Nice one, Joey. Top man, mate. So free kick for Blackburn here. Shot comes in. Oh, and he tries to go round the wall there with an outswinger open, and it would curl in, but it did curl in slightly, but it ended up not curling in enough, and it's gone right at the side of goal. Basically, missed. Hit the side netting. Um, so another opportunity wasted for Blackburn there. And it's definitely looking like we're going to end up with this one finishing 0-0. 90, just coming up to 94 minutes gone, guys. 3 minutes remaining. Will we see a goal to decide this one, or is it going to end 0-0? Wigan moved the. Sorry, I get confused. Blackburn. It's because he's so used to seeing them both playing blue. Blackburn with a cross into the box, but it's gone past everybody and goes out on that far side for a goal kick. But yeah, sorry if I'm getting confused sometimes with the teams, guys. It's just because I'm so used to seeing both clubs play in the same colours, don't they? Normally, both Wigan and Blackburn both play in blue and white, so it does get a little bit confusing sometimes. And I've got to be honest, this is the first time I've commentated on a game involving both of my club's local rivals as well. Seeing that I think it's the Blackburn fans starting to leave the stadium there, obviously disappointing with their team's effort. Ball forward for Wigan from the goalkeeper up towards the halfway line. Blackburn pick up the pieces and then lose possession cheaply. And now Blackburn regain possession in the middle of the park and now switch the play out to that far side with a cross forward. And Wigan managed to intercept it and now they clear it up the field. But it's just to-ing and fro-ing at the minute between the two clubs on that far side of the pitch. Blackburn managing to regain that possession and now switch the play out to this far side from the opposite side of the pitch. And Blackburn coming out into the middle of the field, midway inside the Wigan half of the pitch. And now move the ball out to that far side, looking to stretch Wigan up, clearly moving from left to right. And then come back inside again. Wigan trying Blackburn here, trying all the angles to try and stretch that Wigan defence to create an opening. And now they get into the box. Oh, we've got a penalty claim here. And referee seems to have dismissed it straight away there. Yep. Well, we're seeing players going players all angles here. The ball came into the box. The Wigan players tried to get to it to defend it. I think his feet have gone from underneath him on the turf, but then resulted in the Blackburn player also going over as well. There's about I think about four, maybe four, possibly five players there, all going over at once. Yeah, the referee dismissing that. It's not a penalty. And we're almost full time with the extra time played, guys. And with goalkeepers still down on the pitch here, getting some attention from the medical staff. So yeah, we're just waiting for find out if the goalkeeper's going to be okay. Yeah, there was two challenges there. There was the initial challenge between the players, and then the ball continued to roll on, and the goalkeeper intercepted it. And I think, and obviously, we didn't actually see it in the moment, but I think the keeper's dived to gather the ball. He's jumped to the floor head first, actually, and I think he might have took a kick to the head or something, or a knock to the head in some way as he's lunged forward for that ball. So yeah, definitely great to see the medical staff doing a great job there, looking after uh, the goalkeeper. And there goes the full-time whistle, guys. So it's finished. Blackburn 0, Wigan 0. Stevie with the accurate score prediction tonight. Nailed it right from the start to our dissatisfaction, unfortunately. But 10 out of 10 for Stevie getting the prediction right. But obviously, we're disappointed that we've not seen any goals in this one. But a good end-to-end game, plenty of action, lots of set pieces. Even got a bit heated towards the end with the players getting stroppy with each other. But yeah, like I say, that adds another draw. But which is, as we saw with the stats that we showed at the start of the show, guys, draws in this fixture very rare. There's only been 7 between the two clubs, so that now will be 8. 8 draws. So a draw very rare in this fixture. And the stats really didn't tell us anything, did they? Because if we'd have gone off the stats, we should have expected a minimum of 2 goals. Because as you saw, sure you guys saw in the stats earlier on, it said that Blackburn averaged, I think it was 1.7, meaning almost 2 goals a game when in this fixture, and Wigan was 1.4, I think it was. So that meaning that Wigan averaged 1.5 goals in this fixture. So the stats that's proving us that that to us guys that we can't always trust the stats. The stats are great to give us an idea of what we could expect, but they're not always going to give us an accurate assessment before a game. So that's one thing that's noticeable about them new stats that we're sharing. That's something tonight we've been able to identify that yes, they're great, and we'll continue to test them new stats ideas, and it's great. It's like Joey said yesterday, it's another way to have a talking point at the start of the show. But as I say, looking at those average goal stats, giving us the impression at the start of the game that we should expect some goals in this one, and then we end up with a 0-0. Who'd have thought it, guys? Hey, but yeah, Stevie is saying, Joey's saying, well done, Stevie, top man, Joey. Yeah, absolutely, Stevie, spot on with that score prediction. You absolutely nailed it, mate. Absolutely nailed it. Controversially, obviously, but you nailed it. But please, if you're gonna start getting score predictions right, can you give us some with some goals, please? In it, Joey. In it, eh? Stevie Allen is saying, finally got one right, laugh out loud. Yeah, obviously, you guys wanting to get some of these score prediction right. I think I've had quite a few wrong now. I think I've had 1 or 2 right. Joey's had 1 right, I think, as well. And now Stevie's had 1 right. I'm not sure if Minnie Mo's had 1 right yet, or Billy. I can't remember. But I think as we'll all start to get more right in time, hopefully. But yeah, guys, what do you make of that, who'd have thought it? We're like I say, we've gone off the stats. We should have expected goals in this one, and we got none. And massive respect to Stevie coming in really confident at the start, predicting the 0-0, and ended up being spot on with it. To our disappointment, but there you go, guys. So it's finished 0-0, and we're disappointed, aren't we? We're disappointed, really, in fairness. So yeah, like I say, not much to talk about other than that, guys, because obviously 0-0, it was end to end. It was scrappy at times, plenty of goal malfunction. Wigan did actually have the ball in the back of the net, but it was disallowed for a coming together of the players in the box from the corner, where the goalkeeper ended up taking a knock. So I think the referee disallowed it because of that. But yeah, like I say, guys, the stats not really helping us tonight. And like I say, we had one goal. It was only one, but it ended up being disallowed by the goalkeeper for basically, I think it was for the challenge on the goalkeeper. There were actually quite a few players that went down in that challenge, but I think the referee dismissed it for the fact that the goalkeeper went down. So let's read out your final comments, guys, before I call it a night, because I'm going to jump off tonight quite early so that I can get prepared for the next lot of streams, and plus I've got work tomorrow as well. Joey is saying, Mini being well off. Mini being well off, mate. Laugh out loud. Mini being well off. I'm not following you, Joey. I'm not following you there, mate. Am I reading that wrong, or have I missed something earlier in the comments? Sorry, Joey, I'm not following that, mate. Mini being off. Mini being well. Mini being well off, mate. Laugh out loud. I'm sorry, Joe. You'll have to explain, mate. I'm not following that. My bad, mate. My bad. I'm obviously missing something there. Milzord, come on, Wigan. Great result. Thank you. Great to see you, Milzord. Welcome to Fanden. Great to have you with us, mate. Are you a Wigan fan? I take it. Massive respect to you for coming, getting involved. Awesome. We always want new fans to feel welcome to come and get involved. As we keep saying, we're not a club channel. We're very much a fan channel, so we want all fans of all clubs to feel welcome to come and get involved. But yeah, great to have you with us, mate. Welcome to Fanden. And yeah, good point for Wigan away from home, in fairness. And you technically, you could argue that you could have won it as well with that goal being disallowed. But yeah, Mil Zod saying, I'm a Wigan fan. Awesome. Awesome, mate. Well, that's great. That's nice to hear, because we're starting to get a good mix of fans that regularly come and getting involved. So always great to see fans of other clubs as well come and get involved. So thank you very much for that, Milzord. And like I say, good to hear that you're happy with the result tonight. Obviously, I'm sure you would have preferred to have seen some goals and maybe your team coming out on top with a win. But like you say, absolutely, good point away from home for Wigan. So yeah, top man, thank you very much. Welcome to Fanden. As I say, mate, great to see you. Great to have you involved. Joey's saying, hello, Milzord. Absolute nice one, Joey, top man. I appreciate that, mate. Like I say, what the thing always goes off, doesn't it, right at the end, this. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Like I say, Joey, a top member of the Fanden community, always making the effort to welcome all fans in the chat, and that's amazing. And like I say, really appreciated. So top man, Joey. Really, like I say, definitely top stuff that. And Milzord given the same consideration. Awesome, thanks for that, mate. Stevie Allen saying, hello, Milzord, welcome to Fanden. Awesome. Cheers, Stevie. You guys making Milzord feel welcome. I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing your account name properly, but hopefully if you show up again on the channel, I'll start to get it right if I'm not. Joey's saying, Mini being well off with the prediction. Mini. Yeah, Mini. What did Mini say now? I think Mini Mo said. I think Mini Mo said 2-1, didn't he? But yeah. But I'm sorry, Joey. That's going over my head. I'm not getting it. Mini being well with off with the prediction. Sorry, Joe, I'm not following that, mate. I'm not following. My bad. Like I said, I want to follow you guys' comments as much as possible, but I'm not getting what you mean in there, mate. Mini didn't get the Mini. I'm sure Mini Mo said 2-1 tonight, didn't he? If I remember correctly. So unless I'm missing something else that was said earlier in the chat, so my apologies, Joey. If I'm getting that wrong. Oh yeah, sorry, Joe. I'm not following it, mate. I'm trying to make sense of it. I'm staring at it, trying to make sense of it. and I'm obviously not getting it. So my apologies, mate. Millsard saying I was at the stadium. Was it good attendance, mate? Great. If you was at the stadium, would looked like a decent attendance from both clubs tonight, mate. So and obviously decent atmosphere as well. So yeah, good to hear that you've been to the game, mate. But make sure you stay safe. Safe journey home, and like I say, hopefully you get home safe and well, and enjoy the positivity of a good result away from home. Hopefully, that clean sheet against the local rival will help you guys start building some momentum now. But like I say, yeah, it just obviously I don't want to keep mentioning it because we did mention it earlier, but just to let you know, you guys go to games. You are always welcome to send me little short video clips of your club or your fan base getting behind the team, and I will share them on the channel in the short section. And I will give you guys credit for it as well. But it must be filmed upright with your phone, and it must be 60 seconds or less. Because, like I say, we only want to share just short clips to help you guys feel part of being part of the channel and the project. Joey saying, nice one, Millsord. But it was cold tonight. Yeah, I'm not. I don't think it's that. Yeah, it's been a bit fresh today, hasn't it? So I bet you had to wrap up with the layers. But yeah, thanks for that, Joey. Millzone saying, yeah, I'm not surprised. No messing about yet. Straight away there. I bet it was a bit fresh on the terrace tonight. Millzone saying, great attendance. Yeah, like I said, I could see it on the TV. Both clubs with a good attendance, and as we know, Blackburn fans don't always come out in numbers. But they did. You could see there were pockets of the stadium that were empty. But I thought it was a pretty decent attendance for a Monday night game, bearing in mind people have got work commitments and college commitments, schools, stuff like that. So for a Monday night game that was on the telly, I thought that it was a decent attendance. So yeah, glad you enjoyed it, mate, and glad, like I say, that clean sheet hopefully it helps you guys get some momentum going now and start building some positive results. But yeah, thanks for that, Millsord. Joey saying, at least you got a point, Millsart. Yeah, absolutely. Clean sheet. Wigan, obviously, not been getting the best of results just recently. So hopefully that clean sheet and a point helps get some confidence going in their team, and they start to improve their results and get more points on the board. Joey's saying, cheers, guys, for another great stream. Gonna go get ready for work tomorrow. No worries, mate. Yeah, I'm going to jump off in a sec. Just going to read out. Oh, sorry, I've missed a comment there. Joey saying, at least, yeah, sorry, my bad. I'm one step behind, aren't I, here? Joey saying, yeah, cheers, guys, for another great stream. But yeah, thanks, mate. Have a good day at work tomorrow. Great to, and thank you very much for all the positivity again, Joey. Massively appreciate it, mate. You are definitely showing that you are one of the most positive fans involved in the Fanden community. So thank you very much for that, mate. It is really appreciated, and thank you very much for all your positive comments tonight as well. It's been awesome having you involved, mate. And yeah, enjoy the rest of the week, and hopefully I'll catch you again soon, mate, on another stream. And like I say, yeah, don't work too hard, Joey. Don't work too hard. Don't knock your pipe out. Millzone saying, I'm going Watford away next month. Booked hotel already. Awesome. Awesome, mate. Well, like I say, hopefully that you might see a win down there then, and your team might get you a good win to enjoy. But yeah, thank you very much for that, Millsard. Great to have you with us, mate. Hopefully I can talk to you a bit more if you come and get involved in future streams. But yeah, guys, I am going to call it a night now because, like I said, I've got work in the morning, so I want to get myself ready for work tomorrow. But been a really enjoyable stream tonight. Great from all of you guys that have come and got involved. Some awesome, classy conversation. You guys making the effort to always be positive as well. And it's great also to see a new fan drop in. Well, I think we've had one or two new fans drop in tonight, haven't we? We've had a couple, actually. But yeah, Millsard also dropping in. Great to see towards the end. And thank you very much for that, Millsard, especially if you've been to the game tonight. Obviously, might not be quite easy for you to get on the channel when you're just coming out the stadium. But we really appreciate you coming, getting involved, mate. And like I say, hopefully we'll see you again soon. But yeah, thanks for that, Milzard. Bye. Thank you very much. And take care, mate. Safe travels home. And also Joey saying bye, Milzard. Sorry, Stevie. Sorry, my bad, Stevie. My bad. Stevie also saying goodbye as well. So yeah, thanks, guys. Thank you very much for tonight. It's been an enjoyable stream. Apologies, no goals. Yeah, not disappointing with a lack of goals. But Stevie nailed it right at the beginning with a 0-0. I'm sure Stevie would have liked to have seen some goals, but great prediction from Stevie, getting it spot on. But yeah, like I said, guys, disappointing no goals tonight, but hopefully we will have more goals on the next match watch along. But that's it from me for now. Big shout out to all you guys that have come on tonight. Really appreciated it. It's been an enjoyable stream, even though it's been disappointing with the goals. But yeah, look after yourself, guys. Stay safe. Hopefully, we'll see you guys again soon on a future stream. That's it from me for now, though. Bye. Take care. See you soon.